Folks, I want to read to you a letter from the President of the United States that he sent to the Speaker of the House, John Bonner. Dear Mr. Speaker, now this was sent yesterday, December 22nd, 2013. Keep that date in mind. This letter was sent yesterday, December the 22nd, 2013. Dear Mr. Speaker, in my report to Congress of December the 19th, 2013, I provided information on the deployment of U.S. forces to support the security of the United States personnel and our embassy in South Sudan. I am providing this additional report, consistent with the War Powers Resolution of Public Law 93-148, to help ensure that the Congress is kept fully informed on the U.S. military activities in South Sudan. On December the 21st, which was Saturday, December 21st, 2013, approximately 46 additional U.S. military personnel deployed by military aircraft to the area of Bor, South Sudan, to conduct an operation to evacuate U.S. citizens and personnel. After the aircraft came under fire as they approached Bor, the operation was curtailed due to security conditions and considerations, and the aircraft and all military personnel on board departed South Sudan without completing the evacuation. The purpose of this operation was to protect U.S. citizens, personnel, and property. As I monitor the situation in the South Sudan, I may take further action to support the security of the United States citizens, personnel, and property, including our embassy in the South Sudan. Now, this action has been directly consistent with my responsibilities to protect U.S. citizens both home and abroad, and in furtherance of the U.S. national security and foreign policy interests pursuant to my constitutional authority to conduct the U.S. foreign relations and as Commander-in-Chief and Chief Executive. I appreciate the support of the Congress in these actions. Sincerely, Barack Obama. Now, the key thing is he said there was this action has been directed consistent with my responsibilities to the U.S. citizens both home and abroad. With all due respect, Mr. President, and we pray for you every day, and all of our leaders, you have not been consistent, especially when it comes to our embassies. The truth is, did you forget Benghazi? Did you forget the emails, the phone calls, the faxes, the text messages, the pleading and the begging by the United States Ambassador Christopher Stevens to send more security and to protect the diplomats that were stationed in Benghazi, Libya? You have been inconsistent with your relationships on foreign policies with Israel. And it's been a disaster when you talk about Syria, Egypt, and other Muslim Brotherhood-led offensives and coups in the Arab Spring. You've been standing on the Muslim Brotherhood side of every situation. So when you say that you're consistent, you must agree with me. You've been consistently inconsistent. Now, I agree that you're right. The president is right, that we do need to get the personnel protected and evacuate U.S. citizens. And obviously, he went and sent this evacuation to go get them without the authorization of Congress, and anymore they don't really need it. They seem to do it. Bush did the same thing. He could go do it and tell us later. But we need to understand what is the current foreign policy of America. We really don't know what it is. It's so erratical. It's so outrageous. We seem to be spying on our allies and not supporting our own diplomats and supporting the Muslim Brotherhood regimes like Mohammed Morsi of Egypt. We are really got to figure out who is the Obama administration. What is the Obama administration's agenda? I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Pray for the American citizens home and abroad. Pray for Christians all over the world that are being persecuted. And then realize the time you're living in. Open your eyes. Look at the prophetically. Look at the things that are going on. Begin to realize the time you're living in. Are you saved? Are you saved? Is your faith in Jesus Christ? Because you don't want to put it in any man, any machine of operation by any government, any political party, any politician. You need to put your faith in Jesus Christ. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. I'll be right back. It's going to be a great show today. You don't want to miss it. From 12 noon to 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about these things. I want to thank Nick of New York, I believe. Let me check that. Hendrick. I want to thank Hendrick, and I want to thank Nick of New York for this report. We're living in volatile times.